Hello, everyone, and welcome to Draw the Stuff with Roger Dumont. Today, we're going to be drawing a square rabbit. I got this plain pencil here. I've got an eraser I found in the house. I think it's from the dollar store. And a Sharpie. You can get those anywhere, but watch out. It's pretty permanent. So we're going to start with a square. Just a simple square, and we're going to do a rectangle below this square. So we're going to use the whole thing building pretty simple shapes that all kind of resemble squares or rectangles. The ears, little tiny rectangles coming out. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Then we're going to kind of curve those back in to give it that bunny look. There's one, and there's two. And this could look like a deer or a moose or almost anything else from this point, but we're going to make it look like a bunny. I'm going to put a little rounded nose in, and we're going to put square eyes. And we're going to go straight down here on both sides. And this is where we're going to kind of make some fur. And we're going to go from just a little bit over and do like a rounded edge, kind of looking like the shoulders. And then we're going to put some squares. And we're going to put squares on the outside of those, because a lot of times you can see all the bunny's feet when they're sitting down. And then we're going to do the back of their body coming out, the hind legs, and then a little bit of a mouth. And you can make them happy or sad or however you want. And we're going to give them some big old teeth. And sometimes they don't have their teeth poking out, and sometimes they do. And we're going to put a little box inside of each of those boxes for the little light reflection. And we're going to give them separation of toes. And we're going to take a look at how I'm going to color this in to make it look a little more realistic. It's still going to look pretty boxy, but we want it to look maybe a little more realistic. So we're going to take our Sharpie. We're going to start with the head. Now you see how I'm not starting right at the very top. I'm leaving a little space there. So when I do this rectangle, I can connect it in with the head. So it looks like the ears are coming out of the head. You see that space there? And then when I connect the ears down, you can see how there's a little line where the inside of the ear kind of is. So sometimes where we put tiny little lines gives our eyes what's called some definition and depth perception. And although they're small, they're kind of important. And without those, it's hard to see that the inside of the ear is further away from the outside of the ear. And then we're going to do some coloring in of the eyes. You can use any color. You can put little eyeballs in there. You can put silly eyeballs. You know, you can do a lot of fun stuff with there. And I'm going to give him a kind of curvy nose at the top. I'm going to give him some nostrils so he's got somewhere to breathe. And I am going to give him some fur coming around. And you see when I go around, I'm not joining it right at the bottom, because I would like to make him look like he's one creature. So we'll just kind of leave it there and give him some teeth. And you can see it's starting to create now. And if you wanted to go from here, you could probably, again, make a bunch of different animals. So we're going to make those arms, and you see how they're not meeting right up to the top either, because everything meets in the body. And here's the little fluff. And I'm kind of curving around the feet too, to give them some curved feet. And then I'm going to put partition for all the toesies in there. And then we're going to give them little toenails. Just something to define it a little bit and make it look just a tiny bit more realistic, because all those animals have little toenails. And there we go. We are complete. Now you can add big whiskers to this. You can add a little definition here like I'm going to do around the belly. So he's got some belly fur. You can draw a background. I just drew some grass coming out to the sides. So you can go from here and kind of do whatever you want. And the more rounded you make it, the smoother it can look, and you can make it look like a pretty real bunny. Now try and really have some fun with this and see if you can put your own spin on it. If you wanted to make a deer, you can make antlers. It could be kind of fun. He's a little cute square thing that if you change your teeth a little bit, you can make stuff out of. So hopefully you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.